Welcome back to the show. This morning, we're getting a little personal. This is going to be a good segment. We're talking health news again with MyCare Medical, and we're going to talk about how important that relationship is between the patient and the doctor, the physician. And again, I'm so happy to welcome our next guest back to our show this morning. We have Dr. Patel and James Dubrey, the VP of Sales and Marketing for MyCare Medical. So good to see you both again, gentlemen.
See you.
Good morning. Good to see you again.
And again, I've been told no questions are off limits here this morning. Is that okay, Doctor?
Yes, that's fine.
James, we'll get to you in just a moment. But let's start there, Doctor, and let's talk about that relationship between a patient and a doctor, because as we were talking before we got started, you're a patient, you're a human being just like anybody else. I'd imagine you're dealing with a lot of the same issues that your patients deal with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so right now everybody is going through this unprecedented time, and I know we always care about the patient health, but at the same time, personal health is also important. So I try to do as much as I stay positive. I usually set my goal for the day. I have a set routine. I wake up in the morning. I do some exercise. Also, I drink, I eat a healthy diet, drink plenty of water, and try to stay focused and try to stay positive in my life. So if I'm healthy, I can help my patients a better way.
Why did you want to become a physician, doctor? What was it about this particular, career path, and specifically dealing with seniors too?
So I wanted to be a physician and I wanted to be a doctor since I was a little kid when I was in fourth grade, when my grandfather and my parents went through so much health issues. And at that time, I decided that same way they helped my parents and my grandfather, I want to help other people. I want to make sure when they come to see me, they go home with a happy face. And I feel so sad. I feel so good when I help them out, because seniors are the most vulnerable population and they go through a lot of stress in their life.
Yeah, they sure do. Well, and again, we're so thankful for you and your team that you really put the spotlight on seniors and really make sure that they get the attention that they deserve. How often should people be seeing their physicians? We talk about how important this relationship is between the patient and the doctor. How often really should you be actually seeing them and talking with them and communicating with them?
So it varies, but if a healthy patient, I try to see them 2 to 3 times a year, but there is no limit how many times I'm going to see him or how many times I'm going to talk to him. Because if I see the patient is not doing well, he's going through a lot of mental stress or physical stress, I see them more often. Sometimes I call them every month to make sure they are okay. If they need any help, they ran out of any medication. If they have any issue, I always stay on top of that. Sometimes I have to go above and beyond just to make sure they stay healthy, because sometimes they don't tell you, but if you talk to them periodically, they open up with you and they tell you what their problem, and that's what I'm trying to focus on.
Yeah. Doctor, what I can tell about you, I want to go ahead and bring James in here too, because I love, one of the biggest complaints I have is when you go in, you don't want to feel like a number, right? Like you want to really feel like you are being heard and understood from your physician. And I'd imagine, I know I can get that sense from the doctor right here. James, this has got to be what the rest of the team, I know you're so proud of the team there at MyCare Medical.
I am. And this is such a great series of questions. If you notice, Dr. Patel, his whole face lit up when you asked him, why did he become a doctor and why seniors? And that's really very important. It's important to break down that barrier between the physician and the patient, because you as a patient, you want to be someplace where you feel comfortable and welcomed, and having an understanding and building a relationship with your doctor allows you to have that reception. And also it builds a better bond, and ultimately that leads to better care. So, it's important that folks ask these kind of questions and get to know their physician. And when you see them light up, you know that they really, really care about what they do.
That's what I look for. Even looking for a pediatrician for my kids is I want to know that they're real, right? Like you want to know that you can be able to relate to them. I'd imagine Dr. Patel, though, his calendar is going to fill up real quick. So I'd imagine the rest of the doctors, though, again, at the team are going to be able to have this relationship with their patients too.
Absolutely, absolutely. All of physicians are ready for these types of questions.
Okay.
They know that it's important that they relate to the patients. We actually are breaking down other barriers like access to care. We want to make sure that there are multiple ways to get to us, whether it's a televisit, a virtual visit, or whether it's face to face. You know, between building a relationship with the patient and breaking down the barrier of access to care, that's what MyCare Medical is about, and that's why we say we're quality care that follows you everywhere.
I love it. Well, doctor, thank you so much for your time. Again, we know how busy the both of you are, but we really appreciate your time. And again, for letting us get a little candid this morning. We appreciate it to both of you. There's the website and the number, of course, to call for more information as well.